Oh, fuck off.
Come on. You can do it. There we go. We're live on YouTube.
Yep.
And we're live on Twitch. Good, great, grand.
Son of Zorn is fun.
What's up? Oh, the Son of
Zorn.
Zorn. Yeah, it looks like it would be pretty good. It's a Lord and Miller thing, so I was pretty interested in it. They've done some weird stuff since Clone High.
Yeah, but they're usually all pretty funny.
I still really like 21 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street is a little less good.
Actually, funny thing, I don't think I've watched either one.
I like 21 Jump Street a lot. I think it's a funnier movie than it has any right to be. I think 22 Jump Street, the joke is they're going back to the well again, but it's like making fun of video game tutorials while you're playing the tutorial. It's like, boy, these things suck. Press A to jump. And it's like, you can't do both. Like...
Oh, say, there was something else too.
I'll give people a minute here to
I
join.
almost wanted to buy this shirt.
Hey there, Adam Splitter. Waiting for it to focus. I see what looks like Goku and Vegeta, but I can't.
Okay, so remember that scene where Debo knocks somebody out, and then like from Friday, when Ice Cube and
was that them leaning back doing the damn?
Damn!
It's pretty good.
I'm just so tired of my arm hurting.
Yeah, man.
Giving it a day off on having the brace on, but
not great so far.
Oh, it's just every armrest just hurts.
Oh yeah.
It's not much of a rest.
It's like it pokes right in the right spot.
Just come on, dude. Really, what? What do you want? What? You're just. I'm gonna bite you.
Right in the soft spot. Dags.
Like Dags?
That Dag likes you. I want to lick you so bad.
Here we go. Alright, you done? Are you done?
Nope.
What
nope, coming in for the real thing.
What do you...
I can't get up. I can't. There we go.
He's like digging it, like he literally, like might as well cleated his feet into my butt to get up.
Hey man, sacrifices must be made.
You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall.
No, I'm good. I'll just dig in.
Really? That's...
See you later. I got what I needed.
See, that's a good dog. See what he's just curled up right there.
Just asleep, chilling.
How'd you get on that side? I need to get a dumpster.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw so much shit out.
Just gonna empty that house.
I wouldn't say empty the whole thing, but I got 2 couches, I got an old mattress, I got probably the box spring set for the bed I'm in right now. I'm just gonna get a frame, like a platform frame.
Yeah.
Because I'm an adult. I don't need to be like to have one of those rickety brown frames anymore for my bed. Because
well, you can get those cool platform frames that have the drawers on the bottom and stuff.
I am so tired of kicking it. Oh my god, I caught it on my shin. A big scrape,
or
like
catches,
right here.
Or catches your little toe.
Oh, dude.
At 3 in the morning.
like, yeah, you might as well get hit in the face with a baseball bat. It'll drop you in a second.
Yeah. Hi to
Yeah,
everyone
but
in
that,
chat
I got,
watching. Nice to see you
like,
all here.
those couches downstairs. I want to throw those away. I think I found a couch I really like at The Great Escape.
Nice.
But to put it in, I got to clear out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't have really all that much furniture in there, so if I take 90% of that furniture out, I might as well address the floor since it's going to be kind of open.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Get the carpets cleaned and everything.
Fuck it, just replace them. I'm done cleaning that shit.
There you go. I mean, that's a better solution.
That carpet was installed like in 1996.
Oh, sure.
So it probably weighs like 4,000 pounds at this point.
Well, you'll get you'll get better padding. You'll get a better carpet.
But do I want to do carpet down there? I don't know.
Oh.
To deaden the sound a little bit, but what type of carpet do I go with? Do I go with the regular old type of carpet, or do I go with a light shag like I have through the rest of the house, or do I go like a Berber? Berber's just such a pain in the ass because you lay on it and it feels like you're laying on a pile of burlap.
Yeah. Man, I don't even know.
Like, I'm not against laying on the floor.
Sure.
No problem with that.
It's comfy down there.
Yeah. Especially in the winter when I got a fire going.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Curl up in front of the fire, take a nap.
Real nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Real.
Oh, man.
Oh, Rick and Morty. Yeah, so I got this Rick and Morty shirt, and it's the portal gun, but it's so hard to make out, like, what it is. I mean, I guess now I'm looking at it on the screen, it makes sense.
Hey, shut up.
But when I was looking at it before, it doesn't.
Yeah. Alright, we gotta get started.
Okay, sorry.
I feel like shit and this dog is being an asshole.
I apologize, sir.
No, it's okay. It's my wife, there's a bunch of people in town because of the baby shower, so she's out hanging out with some friends, and the dog is crazy when she leaves, and she's up here in the room with me. Like, she's fine if she's in the house, but the dog will root through the cat boxes, so she can't be by herself in the house. So,
why do dogs like cat poop? I don't understand.
It's so gross. Apparently, not to be too gross for anyone watching, apparently they want to eat whatever leftover food is in the poop. But that's grosser. Also because they both eat the same food. They both have the same, like, medicated food. So, it's nothing crazy. But I guess your friend's fries taste better than yours.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Especially not when they're poop.
There are several sacred things in this world. One just happens to be another man's fries.
Yeah. Don't take another man's fries, man.
Still one of Keith David's best lines ever.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your super under the weather host, Boston. Joining me is Mr. Knobs.
What's up?
Let's just dive right into it. Knobs, what have you been playing this past fine week?
Alrighty, Monday night game night this week was Left 4 Dead 2. We decided to play Dead Air because we had a full house of 4v4.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's real nice. Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah, that game's rough. That game's rough.
It taketh and it giveth.
Yeah, so we played Dead Air, so you know the thing where you start in the greenhouse and you get to the area, there's always that witch right there.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, we had managed to escape by the witch. Everyone got downed at some point. We're all up, healed up. We go to the part where you climb up that ladder and there's 90% chance a tank's going to spawn.
Yeah.
Well, the tank spawned. I skirted around the left and around the right behind the AC units and took the fall damage and made my quick run to the safe room. And I made it. And I'm just sitting there like, oh no, they're all still up. This is kind of a D move on my part.
What have I done?
And then Jess Klondike starts working her way back. So I go down, I open the door and I cover her. She gets in. And then all of a sudden I see Scott come down. And I think our fourth was Holly. No, Holly was on the other team. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. Oh, it's gonna kill me now. I feel so bad.
You'll think of it in like half an hour.
I will. Oh my gosh.
A valued member of the TVGP community.
He was. Yes. His name started with an S. Oh man,
Well, it's not
Hyper. I think it wasn't Hyper Spiky. No, it wasn't Hyper Spiky. I don't think it was. Whoever it was. Well, Ian was a tank, and they managed to skate past him.
Oh, jeez.
All four of us made it to the safe room in the first level. I'm like,
Ooh.
all right, this is a done deal. It's in the bag now. And then let's see. Then our second round. Like we kind of got caught up pretty early. Didn't make it past the crescendo event. We all kind of got wiped out while we're waiting for the barrels to burn. And then that's when they started inching their comeback a little bit. No, actually, no, we didn't make it past there. Then we all made it through that. Not in good shape, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember, like, I had a bile bomb, and I'm running into the parking garage because I knew a tank was coming. And I'm getting ready to throw it over the car, and the car comes flying at me. And I was like, I did not think that was a movable car.
Yeah.
And then we proceeded to get wiped right out there. So they took a nice good chunk back on us on that round. And then we had a really bad round, and they brought it almost all the way back on us.
Jeez.
Like, we didn't get past the part where you start the van that crashes through the barricade that starts all the zombies coming. So anyway, so we get stuck there, and we're like, all right, we got a big enough lead. They just kind of get through. They make it almost to the loading platform right before the finale, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think it was decided within 10 to 15 points. Like, it was tight.
Jeez.
By the end of that game. But yeah, that's a great time. Yeah, we have a lot of fun playing the game still. Let me see. Nonstop Night had a really big update.
Another one.
A lot of efficiency fixes. Pulling up your night menu just kind of slide. It's a slide off the side of the screen.
Oh,
it
nice.
Just cover the whole screen right now, and then you can dig deeper. Plus, it keeps your bounties and your tasks like all right in line, so you can look at them at a glance without having to dig through and then hit another button to see them.
And the game's still running in the background.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, the game is always still running, but now you can kind of see what's happening, so you're not completely boned.
Yeah. Like
digging through all these menus and whatnot. So it's a really good update. They added a host of new weapons in the whatchamacallits, and like some of the earlier ones, instead of having 6 items in those first like 4 or 5 chests, now they got 9.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know if anything's on later on, so we'll see. Still playing a metric F ton of Stickman Golf because that's probably the best game to play during the workday, because it's just like, take your 2 holes, move along.
Yeah. Take a couple of minutes and keep moving.
Yeah, it's still really good. Now, like, the one map keeps coming up, I think it's like the poison raspberry level.
Why not?
So there's everything's like this weird pinky pink color.
Yeah.
With, there's acid everywhere, and there's mag points or repel points all over it. So it definitely has its challenges. It's a good course. So while we were recording yesterday, that game that looked really cool to me at the time, so I decided to download it. That Dungeon Rush Evolved.
Okay. Is this a mobile game that had one of those ads?
Yeah, this one, the ad kept coming up. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. I'll take a look at it.
It's free. We'll give it a shot.
We'll see what this is about. So what it shows you in the ad is nothing like this game. Like, I thought it was going to be like, you align on the left, they align on the enemies on the right, and you have a little tappy and whatever, and it just kills stuff, whatever. Cool. No, it's like an old school, like, what is that one game like Shining in the Dark?
Shining, like the Shining Force series.
Yes,
Yeah.
where it pulls up the three enemies in front of you, and then you don't see your characters. You just get slashy, 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 dead.
Oh, almost like
Move to the next group.
almost like Fantasy Star.
Yes, a lot
Wow.
like Fantasy Star, like the old
Old
Fantasy.
school stuff. Yeah.
So then you go through and you got your whatever dungeons, and you go up to the next floor, dungeon, 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 next floor, dungeon, 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 next floor, whatever. But it has this crazy consume your character. So like as you're doing this, you're earning like other characters. You're like, okay, so I'm gonna consume him and boost this guy up. I'm gonna consume this human. So it's like Dungeon Vampire.
Yeah, that sounds like the standard gotcha stuff where it's like, oh, I pulled a guy who's level 3 and he's 3 stars, but I got this guy that's 4 stars, so I'll feed the level 3 guy into this one and he'll get even stronger.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. I doubt I'm gonna play it anymore.
It sounds interesting, but it sounds like there's a lot going on.
It's not like this. So it's not like that. That's not really my game. I don't want to think about this stuff. Like that's why I love Nonstop Night. Like I can just sit there, I can do some attacks, I take care of the bosses, just kill the minions.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I touched Nonstop Night for a couple days, and he had killed like 60,000 dudes.
He was off just doing his job, man.
Because that's what a good game does. It
Yeah.
just does. And then the last game, the last game, or no, the second last game, but the last mobile game I played this week was a game called Lord of Nova.
Okay.
So I saw this on a Facebook banner, and I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. It looks like a little side-scroller, like bullet hell style game.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, I wonder how that would work on that. So then so I download it, I install it, I open it up, and it opens up with the Starship Enterprise.
What?
And I'm like, what?
Wait a minute.
Wait, what did I like? I literally like I turned it off. Like I closed it down and I opened it back up, and I was like, I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, oh, why did I start again? Oh, hold on. This will be funny because. Oh, stop it. It has all these StarCraft noises in it too.
Oh, jeez.
So, what in that splash picture looks like Star Trek?
Nothing. So from what Knobs is showing on camera, if you listen to the audio version, it basically looked like a metal alien screeching on screen.
Right, metal alien monster thing that looks like it should take a gajillion bullets and shoot the red spots.
Right.
No,
No.
it's nothing like that. So I went and was like, all right, so skip all this stuff. All right, let's see what this is. So you're like, okay, you go to this section of the galaxy, blah blah blah. Go here, boom. So then I go like, all right, so let's see what this thing is. So I go and attack. All the starships come flying in, and there's a couple other starships, and they just go bing 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 bing, and then they warp out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go to the next part. Bing, 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 bing. They all warp out. I'm like, what?
What is happening?
I do not think this is what I downloaded at all. Not even a clue. I don't know what I'm looking for. And then it goes, okay, hey, you've earned such and such a thing. You need to go back to your mother base here, and then start building stuff, which everything looks like StarCraft.
Really?
Everything. You're building little parts on your little platforms and all this and that, and there's George Tiberius Kirk, and like, what was happening? I was so confused.
Is it the sort of thing where it's very much influenced by it, or is it sort of like, hey, that's the Terran barracks? Like you just took that.
Pretty much with the Starship Enterprise like swinging into the barracks.
That's weird.
I'm like, what's going on here? And so, I think you should download. Like, I wish you could see the ad that I saw for it, because you're like, that looks really cool. It looked like a lot like Cinemora. I'm like, this is going to be cool.
Yeah, let's try that out. Yeah.
And then I'm left with this, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, I really need you to download this so you can get the same amount of confusion that I did.
Lord of Nova?
Lord of Nova.
Which is a really great mobile game title because it's something of something, or like Age of Fire, War of Lords.
Yes. Like,
Lord of
there
Nova.
has to be an oven there. Lore of something.
I feel like
So-
this is a game title you'd make randomly in Game Dev Story.
Yes! And that's what it feels like. And it's a theme, Star Trek. What?
Yeah, Star Trek plus shooter set in space. Okay.
Like, I don't know, because then all of a sudden, like, the little blue shirts, the orange shirts, and the red shirts are all coming up and telling these story beats. I was like, this is Star Trek. Why can't you just say Star Trek on it?
They just couldn't
I
clinch
might
that
not
license
be
at
this
the last
upset.
minute.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, let's just reskin everything.
Trek of Stars. Boom,
Yes.
done.
Like I've never seen anything like capture like a game that it's not supposed to be but is.
Yeah.
Since Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Right.
When they just reskin Lords of Shadow, it's like, hey, you know what? This works out great.
Right.
But that's bizarre.
Weird.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
I still don't understand what happened. Because like it's nothing what it was advertised
Yeah.
that I thought it was.
I think that's the lesson you learned this week is mobile game ads are maybe stretching what the game is a little too far.
Right, and now I'm probably gonna download those War Dragons just to see what the heck that game is.
Yeah, let's see
now.
what that game is, because all the ad is just spinning around cool-looking dragons.
Yeah, let's say you did a great job running them wings there, boys. So
Watch, it's
let's...
probably like a trading card game.
I might as well get poked in the eye. It's just
All of these games that are nothing that you enjoy.
nothing. Like same thing like with what we were talking about last week with that Mobile Strike game.
Yeah.
It's a tower defense game.
Right.
None of those ads look like a tower defense game.
I'm playing a game on my phone that we'll talk about that I keep getting those Mobile Strike interactive ads. It's like, I don't want to play 2 minutes of Mobile Strike anymore. Please.
It's not even 2 minutes. Like you
It's just
literally
30
put down,
seconds.
you put your 2 embankments on, and then you can skip through it.
Yep.
Which is what I love that I bought Stickman Golf. Like I paid the money for it now.
Yep.
I don't have to see any of those again while I'm playing that game.
Yeah, I paid $3 in this game to get rid of the ads because I'm really enjoying it and I'm really sick of Mobile Strike ads. Like to the, and
Does that count as a win? Like,
Well,
we're
for the
giving you
developers,
money
I
so
guess.
You don't have to see this stuff anymore.
But it's the sort of thing too where it's like, Mobile Strike is obviously very popular for a reason, and I sort of want to check it out just to see, like, how deep it goes. But the ads are so annoying that I don't want to reward that at all.
No. But what else? What other game has any sort of marketing budget other than that game?
Right. Oh, jeez. Well, I guess, what was that, Fire Age? Something like that had, like, TV commercials?
Oh, Age of War, Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans had one, yeah.
Clash of
Clash
Clans
Royale
great
has ones.
advertising, though.
Yeah, Clash Royale has ones now, where it's like the rules of the Clash or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's clearly working. Because I
yeah.
remember it.
But yeah, then the last like game proper I played this week was Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. So I just totally harassed a clockmaker
Great.
just
I'm Adam Jensen.
because we found an analog clock on the bomb. So let's go hit up the only clockmaker in
You're the only one
And
I can
all the
trust. I have
Prague.
an analog clock. I heard you're good at these things.
Oh, his voice is so I don't remember it being that bad.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the second Nolan Batman movie, where you're like,
Yes.
it was, maybe I remember wrong, but it wasn't this bad.
Someone get this guy a glass of water. I mean, it is so
I'm too busy
crap.
to drink. I'm so parched, but I found a bomb.
I don't want to corrode my augmented parts.
Don't you know
My-
I'm mostly odd?
I can't get. Yes, I can't drink water because of my augmented rebreather won't let me handle it.
I don't have rust-proof insides.
No.
I need that.
Oh.
I need a Teflon coating upgrade.
Yeah, dude, get your praxis. Like it's
I need more praxis points.
so dumb. Oh my god. But yeah, so that was a funny moment, and then I spent the rest of my time where was I? I was raiding a augmented camp in Gotham City, and
It's just a motorcycle. No big deal.
oh
What do they call what's the racist term for Augs in there? Is that clanks?
yeah, clanks.
That's a first off, like as a racist term goes, that's pretty great.
Oh, that is so. It's so on the nose. It's like it's already offensive.
I have
Like
to go raid Camp Clank.
it's like watch your step, clank, and I'm like, you know what?
You know, I have a name. It is Adam. I don't even need this medicine that these other Augs need. Thank you.
Yes.
Have you seen my sunglasses?
I don't need my neuropazine.
Yeah.
I don't need this stuff. It's a sellable item. I just hawk it.
Did you ever see The Matrix? This is cooler than that. I'm
Yes.
Adam Jensen.
I do want that coat he has though, because it looks like it has like that big flap and the other flap goes over top of it.
Yeah.
It looks like it connects with like magnets down the one side.
If this was a Ubisoft game, they'd probably sell it.
Like how has magnets not been a fastener on coats? You would think it'd be a great idea.
They probably would have been until smartphones happened.
Are those even affected by magnets anymore?
Probably. I don't know. Apple will say
Screens
no.
aren't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like a lot of like all the stuff is magnetic. Like everything clips together magnetically.
No, yeah. Yeah,
So
I
it
don't know.
might not be an issue like it was like in the CRT days.
I mean, phones are waterproof now, so like, who knows? Who knows what they're made out of?
That's what we need to do. Magnetic zippers on jeans.
Okay,
No more interlocking teeth.
I'm listening.
And no more fumbling around with a button fly.
YYZ, we're coming at you.
That's genius. That's genius. It's $1 million
No
idea.
pun intended.
But seriously. All right. So anyway, so I have to go through this thing, and they're like, well, they're all augmented people, but maybe just kind of be cool and not kill everyone. First person I meet starts shooting at me. I'm like, no, all you suckers are dead.
I thought you were gonna. I thought it was gonna be one of those things where it's like you have your gun out and someone's like, "Hey, Adam," and you're like, "Oh God, I killed him again." It's just he surprised me. I didn't. Don't come up behind me.
I don't know why I'm so jittery in this game. I'm just shooting everybody.
A dog barks and you're.
So anyway, so I go my way, like methodically slaughtering all these people.
I mean, as soon as one is down, you can't have any witnesses. Well, maybe the last guy, because those clanks need to know what's coming to them.
Oh, there was a whole pile of them in the middle of the room. I kept picking off one, and the guy that would come and investigate, I'd pick him off.
Why is there a pile in here?
It's like, all right, so it's almost like the dead body pile I had in the first in Human Revolution. So I have this pile of bodies. I get up to the top, and I get to talk to the dude that I need to talk to, and he's like, "Dude, why'd you kill everybody?" I was like, "Hey, man, they shot first, man.
Those Augs had to go, man.
I'm not Han Soloing this thing up. He shot first." So anyway, so I get to him, then like he gets whatever, and his like augments all go crazy on him. So I get back to the city, and they're like, "Hey, man, why didn't you bring that guy back alive?" And I'm like, "What was I supposed to do?"
He went all clank crazy, man.
I didn't kill him. We had a nice conversation until he decided to blow himself up with his own stuff. So, sure.
I mean, he made a choice.
So now I'm in the spot I was other place I was stuck at. I was in this place where I investigate the CEO's office. And it's in this highly secured area, and so I'm trying not to kill anybody, trying to set off any alarms until I do, and then all bets are off. And let's see, my most recent dumb death was, so I went and hid in the bathroom.
Naturally.
And I'm just waiting for it to clean out, and then like the walking turret goes around and does like that, and then, like the little laser beams are coming through the stall. I'm like, I am so boned. The door flies open and he just murders me. And I'm like, well, I can't do this again. So then I figure out, after I reload and I'm back in it, literally to my left is the vent to the door to the room I need to get in. I didn't have to go anywhere else but hang a quick Louis, and I was there.
Amazing.
So I did that, and then there was this cool like mechanical puzzle where you had to make it go different things to find the false wall and whatnot, and the things behind the painting. I got that, and I got out of there. And then I started harassing the clockmaker, which his whole place was booby trapped. The guy's a bad dude, but now I feel bad for his daughter, so now I got to go save his daughter.
Everyone always needs something in one of these
Come
games.
on, Jensen. You're such an easy mark.
You gotta harden that heart, man.
It probably is. It's carbon fiber love. Like,
Just a carburetor in there.
I don't know. Maybe he'll get me a rebuild kit for it. Maybe I'll just pump some more blood through there. I don't know, man. This game is getting weird.
Yeah.
And I really don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
At this point. Because, like, I've only been able to play it, like, maybe once, twice a week. And by the time, like, I had forgotten everything that's happened.
You play for, like, an hour, and you're like, I'm just going to go where the waypoints are pointing me.
Yep.
I don't know what's happening here.
Sure, secondary mission. I'll go check it out. No problem.
Sure. Save a cat from a tree, who knows?
Yeah. And then as I'm leaving a clockmaker's shop, bombs start going off. I'm like, I don't even want to deal with it. I'm just gonna run this way to this checkpoint.
It's like one of those damsels in distress in Red Dead Redemption, where it's like, no, I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah,
so sorry.
I am way too distracted at this point to even think about dealing with you.
Yeah.
Then I got stopped by some random NPC, and he checked my papers. And none of the things he said were subtitled, so I have no idea what the conversation was.
Great.
All I know is apparently Adam understood it. I didn't. So...
Game of the year.
Great. But
So
but yeah, that, and I was kicking around the idea of picking up the BioShock collection.
Yeah, I heard it has some problems on PC, which is really weird because the PC versions worked originally.
Yes.
But apparently the console versions are fine.
Yeah, but the price tag is $60.
Yeah, I mean, you do get 3 games, but they're 3 games that we've played through before, so...
Yeah, that's where I started thinking. I was like, man, if that was $40,
that'd be a no-brainer.
I would have bought it in a second.
Did you ever play BioShock 2?
I started it.
Okay. I really like 2.
I've started that game 3 times, and that would be the only reason why I would pick it up, is to try and pound through all 3 of them again.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking, I'm like, hey, you know what? I got other stuff I got to finish before I get distracted by Rapture again.
Yeah, like, do you want to finish Mirror's Edge, or do you want to play BioShock 1 again, you know?
I probably think BioShock 1 may be a better choice.
Really? That's true. That game never clicked with you.
Nah, the first one did. I really liked the first.
No, I meant Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, first Mirror's Edge. I really liked the first Mirror's Edge.
That's true.
But this one just didn't grab me.
Yeah.
It hurts my eyes, man. It's so bright.
Everything's so bright and white.
It's so bright, and like maybe it's the medium I'm playing it on. It just makes it even more bright.
Yeah, your 100-inch projection screen.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting downstairs, and it's like staring at the sun.
It's giving you a tan.
Like, oh, I'm gonna turn orange.
Yeah.
But that's what I played this week.
I have had a really busy week now that we're getting ever closer to our child's birth. I played a little bit of Destiny here and there. Had a really good session with... I've been streaming it quite a bit lately. I've been trying to stream a little bit every day. BossInHand.com if you want to watch. I had a really good session earlier with the Hannah. He tweeted me saying, like, hey, I hopped on, I haven't played for a while, and everything is different, please help. So we played together for probably about an hour the other day, and a lot of it was like, okay, that's how this thing used to work before, and this is how it's different now, and remember that thing that drove us crazy before? They fixed it, and here's how you can go, take advantage of that stuff. So that was good, and there's some event going on right now where basically there's a infection going around and spreading from player to player throughout the game in PvP. And there's this whole website that has all this storyline associated with it. It's kind of neat because it seems like it's leading up to the release of Rise of Iron on Tuesday, but it's also an XP and reputation booster. So I think it's for people that are coming back and like trying to get back into it. Basically, and it's neat because, you know, a lot of other games would be like, hey man, this weekend we have double XP. Go have fun. But this is like there's some story around it. You're catching these things from other players. So it's kind of cool. And Rise of Iron comes out on Tuesday, and I am super excited. And the new raid comes out on Friday. So I'm really excited to see if I am right about who the final boss is in that raid. I won't say it here, but they released a new trailer where, first off, the new gear that they have dropping from the raid makes you look like something out of Tron, which I really like.
Oh, it looks cool.
And there was a great shot of some Guardians running between these red pillars. Everything is dark. You're running between these red pillars, and your armor is glowing. Like the outlines of all these like polygonal
like where
shapes.
the connection pieces are?
Yeah, like all of that is glowing, and I'm like, oh man, this game looks so cool. So yeah, next week I'll have an impression about what Rise of Iron is, but I have jury duty on Tuesday when Rise of Iron comes out, so that's fun. But the last game I've been playing this week, I've been playing a lot of it, and this is the one I actually just bought to remove ads and get the rest of the game. Before I was playing that, you know, world's biggest picture cross or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was really running into some brick walls in that game because I'm not super great at Picross. I haven't played, 6 different versions and all that. So someone had recommended online that if you want one that's better for beginners, download a game called Paint It Back. If you want to learn how to play Picross, go download this game. It's free, and you get like half of the game for free, and it's just basically the first puzzle you clear in a session, they'll show you like a 15 or 5 second ad. And then the rest of the time it won't bother you. And then once you get to the halfway point, they're like, hey man, if you toss $3 at you at this game, you'll get the back half of the game and we'll take the ads away. So I've already spent like 20 hours this week playing this game. It has a really good tutorial, and it teaches you kind of the basic and the intermediary stuff. So it gets you started really easy, and the tutorial puzzles are actually really good. And the early ones are really easy to the point where you can feel pretty confident that you know how to play Picross. But what I like what this game does is once you get past, it's sort of separated into like sections of 8 puzzles. Once you get to like the second or the third puzzle, they start giving you more options where, let's say this puzzle is like a 15 by 30 grid. On the easy difficulty, it'll split that up into 2 parts. So you'll solve the left half, and then you'll solve the right half, and then it makes the picture. If you then go to the higher difficulty on there, it'll give you the full 15 by 30 that you're solving all at once. So it's going to be a little bit harder, but you don't need to finish the harder one to progress in the game if you don't want to. You can come back to that once you have some of the more advanced skills and you kind of understand, if there's something, if it's 30 tiles long and it just has the number 4, you kind of know what to do with that. And then there's another difficulty where maybe a puzzle is like 45 by 60. The easy one, they'll chop it up into pieces. The harder one, they'll pretty much chop it in half. And then the hardest difficulty, it'll give you the entire puzzle all at once. So you're just solving this huge, giant puzzle.
Kind of like a fractal puzzle from Puzzle Arcade?
Yeah, exactly. Where like you could either solve this little piece, or you can solve the entire thing all at once. I can't recommend this enough. It's called Paint It Back. It's on iOS. I think it's on Android too. It's really not annoying with ads. It's the pictures you're making are actually really pretty well done. The only thing I don't like that it does is it shows you the picture in the corner as you're building it on the Picross sort of grid. So as you're drawing lines, it's drawing the picture you're making up in the upper left-hand corner. I don't like that because you get into the bad habit of saying, well, this whole area is probably white, so I can kind of ignore that. It's probably down here at the bottom, instead of figuring it out logically with the numbers and the clues that are on the board. But that's a pretty minor thing. So yeah, I even if you've never checked out Picross, I would really recommend Paint It Back. It's probably the most accessible one, and it's probably, Picross DS is probably another really good one, but I think that's hard to find. And like one of the original Nintendo Picross ones was like Mario's Picross for the original Game Boy. That one was really good, but come on, that's pretty impossible to find at this point. There's probably some online in browsers at this point too, but unfortunately that's all I had time to play this week, so let's take a break.
All right.
What is that dog doing?
He's wagging his tail.
Oh, it's hitting the desk and it's coming through the microphone. I was like, is he like hitting his head on the desk?
Come on, stop. No, Sam's.
I know I'm not feeling well because I want to go take a nap, and I never take naps.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Hey, Cosmic Storm.
What's up?
Oh, hey.
Hey, how you doing? We got any emails or anything this week?
One email. Do we have any tweets? No tweets, which is okay because I want to.
Yeah. Well, there's no news stories either.
No, kind of a quiet week, or like a lot
of
RPG stuff this week for some reason.
Did you see that thing on? I think it came up on Yahoo about the world-eating monster they found in World of Warcraft.
No, I don't think so. So I just found out that Duke Nukem and Big the Cat are voiced by John St. John. I did not know that. That is weird. Musum asks, did you give up on Avengers Academy? No, I'm still playing it. It's just that we talked about the event already, and it's just kind of, hey, there's this event going, and it's super messed up, and it continues to be super messed up, so I don't...
That's the one with Daredevil? I've given up on it.
Yeah, it's a lot of the characters are great. Like, I'm working towards unlocking Luke Cage now. I just unlocked Iron Fist.
Oh, Danny Rand.
He's pretty cool because he's like this hippie surfer. He's got the Iron Fist symbol tattooed on his chest.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm excited to unlock Luke Cage, and then the Punisher is the last one, which, because of how screwed up this event is, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get him. But you're beating up Kingpin, which is really great.
White Kingpin or Black Kingpin?
White. It's very much like a D'Onofrio Kingpin.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah. Alright, I am ready to start whenever you are.
Alrighty, let's get it rolling. Alright, zoom in. Alright. Oh, cool, that's come out? Awesome.
Yeah.
Play another episode of that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for September 19th, 2016. Batman, the Telltale series, episode 2, which I'm pretty excited to play that again.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where they go with this. I hope it turns out well.
Yep, I do too. NBA 2K17 for the PC, PlayStation 3, PS4, 360, and Xbox One.
I want this series to be good, but it seems like it's stumbled in the last couple of years.
Most of the 2K series have seemed to be stumbling as of late.
Yeah.
Let me see. Shin Megami Tensei. No, that's 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's before 4. Yeah, after 6. Whatever. Apocalypse for the thirds.
Yeah, this is weird. It's the original title of this is SMT4 Final. It's a sequel to 4, but you don't. So far, it seems like you don't really need to have played 4 to enjoy this. It just sort of has some callbacks to 4, if you did play it. So, if you're looking to start an SMT game, SMT4 is really good. It looks like Apocalypse is even better. Fair warning, they're hard. They will beat the crap out of you and give you a game over screen without even thinking about it. So,
yeah,
it's rewarding.
All right. I mean, never really been my thing. So
yeah, like if you like JRPGs, this is one of the best ones. So if you don't, please stay away.
All right, Firewatch for the XBO.
I really liked Firewatch. I know a lot of people call this genre like walking simulators, but I feel like there's kind of a good mystery throughout it, and your character talking to this woman that's in another Firewatch tower is really great through the entire game. It's only about 4 hours. My wife and I played through it together, and it was really great. I really liked my entire time with that. It's a cool game.
All right, and last is Destiny: Rise of Iron for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
So excited.
You are.
I'm very excited. All right, let's move on to news stories. Blizzard's Chris Metzen retires. You may not know who this guy is, but he's been at Blizzard since the original Diablo.
Ooh.
Yeah. He has done a lot of voice acting, and he's been the primary writer for all Blizzard stuff for probably the last 15 years. He's really the one that has, he's a pretty controversial figure when it comes to his writing, but he's been the one that has taken the reins of a lot of Blizzard's writing stuff pretty much since Warcraft 3. He really shaped World of Warcraft, StarCraft 2, and all the rest of this stuff, and played a pretty big part in Overwatch too. So it's interesting because it's kind of the end of an era for Blizzard. He's been helming so much stuff for so long that it's going to be interesting to see what Blizzard does story-wise after this.
Well, it'd be nice to get some. I guess it'd be good idea to get some fresh, hungry people in there, because if he's been the main fixed point over there for so long, woo.
Yeah, because I mean,
they'd better set him off with a great package.
Well, and I think if we were to leverage some criticisms against Blizzard's stories over the last, I'd say probably about 10 years, they're all kind of the same thing. Mm-hmm. If you look at Diablo and StarCraft and Warcraft, they all follow very similar storyline paths and beats.
Right.
So the thing that I would like, and the thing that's been really great for Destiny is they've replaced their writing staff a couple times, is you kind of get hungrier people that not only really love the lore, but also kind of want to push it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see, let's push Diablo a little bit. Let's push StarCraft a little bit. World of Warcraft seems to be in a pretty good spot right now, but and they apparently, I haven't spoiled myself on anything, apparently they took some really big chances with their story in the latest WoW expansion, and apparently have significantly changed the landscape of Warcraft's story. But I want to see where someone else would take this stuff and kind of How can you push? What cool stuff can you do with Diablo? There's so many cool things you can do if you don't play it safe.
Maybe they're all in the shared universe.
That'd be great. But the most interesting thing, unlike a lot of people who leave big companies like Blizzard, is he's not going anywhere. He's actually just retiring. So he's like 42 years old and is already dipping out. So if you can do it, kudos to you. Next news story, Berserk and the Band of the Hawk is the final Western title for Koei Tecmo's Berserk Musou game. It is coming out in North America February 21st, 2017, Europe in February 24th, PlayStation 4, PS Vita, and PC in the West, which is interesting. Hopefully that will help that game sell a little bit better. It's probably going to do okay on PS4, but probably not okay on Vita, sorry. But that game looks pretty good, especially if you love Berserk.
Have you seen all the different characters and stuff?
I've been trying to stay away from it for the most part because I sort of feel like I just want to pick it up and go for the ride.
There's one, so I knew what Berserk would do, what Guts was going to be like when he went into like super mode, and I kind of, what Nosferatu Zod's going to do.
Yeah.
But I do not want Griffith being spoiled, because if it's what I think it is, it's going to be awesome.
You're just going to start crying.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's so good. Next news story, I included this just because it's crazy to read off this title. And we're fans of the middle company here in this equation. Mad Catz sells Cytec to Logitech. So
what a sentence.
Yeah, so apparently a couple years ago, Mad Catz bought Cytec. They make racing wheels. They famously make those HOTAS setups for flight games. They make a lot of really cool, very high quality hardware. Has Mad Catz bought them a while ago, which I didn't catch back when it happened.
I think we did say something about that because we thought it was weird because their quality is so good on what they produce. Like even their gaming mouse that I had, I wish, man, I got stolen.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about it.
2007, Mad Catz bought them, so maybe that happened like right as the show was starting, which is crazy. They bought Mad Catz in 2007. Bought Cytec for $30 million. Now Mad Catz is selling Cytec to Logitech for $13 million. So I think that gets you. Over this year, we have really seen the unfortunate decline of Mad Catz as they've been struggling to kind of get their house in order with all of the struggles that they've been going through, and it's nice to see Cytec pass over to another peripheral manufacturer.
Yes.
And Logitech nowadays makes pretty good stuff. Actually, my keyboard that I really like. Actually, all the keyboards in my house are Logitech.
The keyboard I bought for work, and then I bought the really nice Bluetooth mouse that has the weird scroll wheel with the thumb too. I've never been a real big fan of Logitech, but those two peripherals I bought are top notch.
Yeah, so I'm hoping, with their quality that they have now, that Cytec will be in good hands, because the worst thing you can do to Cytec is have them start cutting costs. Because the people buy their stuff because it is like this meaty, heavy, flight stick, and it's this quality that hasn't really changed over the last 10 plus years, 15 years, really.
They were the only ones that had like a legitimately nice backlit keyboard.
We bought that keyboard in college.
Yes.
It was that beautiful blue backlit. It had the silver keyboard, and it had like the perfect click to it, but it wasn't like one of those mechanical keyboards where you feel like you're beating the crap out of some tin foil. Hopefully they continue to stay around and do good stuff, because that's a great company. And last but not least, Activision has made good on its promise of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance remastered DLC and bug fixes. So if you have Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, they apparently just pushed out a huge patch that puts all the DLC in there that they missed or skipped or whatever, and put in a bunch of bug fixes for all the kind of janky crap that they messed up originally.
Oh, that game is so janky to begin with anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if it is any good now, because I feel like... Let me look at Ultimate Alliance. How much is it on Amazon? Let's look. It is $60 for a digital code. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Did that come out on a box on PS4? On consoles?
I think it did. No, not for a console. No, it was digital only.
Oh, weird. Okay, well, that to me, like, you can get that down to $20-$30, and if it's fixed, that's a pretty good game to play every once in a while. Just kind of beat the crap out of some stuff and turn your brain off for a little while. Or you could go buy Diablo 3, which is really great on consoles.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on to emails. First up is from Jimbo Jangles, titled, Hey guys. Hey guys, Jimbo Jangles here. My question for you this week is, if you could have anyone who is currently in the gaming industry on your show for an episode, who would it be and why? Also, I tried out the Xbox Design Lab. I made a controller for my buddy who's a huge Denver Broncos fan, as am I, and it arrived in a cool, fancy box today. Process was simple and arrived in just 11 days, which is great, and also has a personal engraving on it. I'm so satisfied with the product, I want to share it with you. As always, thanks for the great show. So you made a cool orange controller that has like the back is blue, and the buttons and the sticks and the D-pad are blue, and then the rest of the buttons are white. And it does come in a really cool box. So if I could, and I think what's crazy about the Xbox Design Lab is it's really hard to make a controller that looks bad. Like they don't. The stuff that they have on there is really easy to make one that looks really good. So I think that's pretty neat. I wish Sony did something like that. And I wish their clear controller wasn't so expensive, Sony. Because clear controllers are awesome. And they will never not be good. So who... if we could have anyone in the gaming industry on our show for an episode, who would it be and why?
Oh, I need to make a Browns controller for Donnie.
There you go.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
And maybe make one for myself, 'cause I love my Browns.
Yeah.
Even though they lost in Browns fashion today.
Well, yeah. Who would we have from the industry on an episode? Boy, that's a really good question. I kind of feel like there's a bunch. I would want to sit down with Gabe Newell and just talk about stuff.
I don't think I'm smart enough to talk to Gabe. I really would feel so insignificant. Same thing with Carmack. I just don't want to be in a conversation where I can be talking circles around, because I'm a reasonably intelligent person, and they are exceptionally intelligent people.
Yeah, you'd just be like, so, Doom is fun, right?
Yeah, how'd you think of, why is it on Mars?
How'd you make the demons?
What was your inspiration for the pinky?
Yeah. I think I would want to sit down and talk to like an environment artist for a Call of Duty game. Because it's
like what would go into a good arena?
Well, like single player and multiplayer. Like how do you craft in an environment that not only looks cool but also gently urges players through the right path? Because if you look at most games nowadays, there's so many subliminal cues in the level about like, oh, this is the door out of the 8 doors in this area, this is the one you're supposed to go to, and it's sort of, it's not on rails, but it's very gently guiding you through the critical path. You know, what goes into designing that area and making it look good and making it look fun while keeping the spirit of just kind of gently pushing on the player's back. Yeah. And how do you balance all that?
Yeah, how do you keep them moving with forward momentum?
Yeah. without sort of, trapping them in a corridor and being like, just go that way.
Well, I thought that was one thing that was interesting with Left 4 Dead, with the way that game is lit.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very definitive path of light to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, there are times where you can get off the beaten path and you're like, oh no, where do we go? I don't know, head for the lights.
Yeah, exactly. I think the other one I would want to talk to, because, I mean, everybody would say, like, oh, I want to talk to Ken Levine, and I want to talk to Miyamoto, and, all these big figures. I want to talk to, like, the lady who's the lead writer for Destiny. Like, how do you manage this game's lore from a day-to-day, like, where do you keep your writing? Like, it's not in Google Docs, but, like, how do you keep all this stuff together, and how do you make sure that, same for some of the writers in World of Warcraft, for example. You have, like, 15 years of lore plus 3 other games of lore. How do you make sure you get it right? How do you keep all this stuff in order? And then how do you, like, build upon that without destroying some of the foundational work that potentially a lot of other people have done?
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to have a conversation about the process and like what you said, like, how do you keep track of all these different story beats and all these interlocking threads that go through all this? Like, how do you create a canon work? Like,
right.
It's...
Yeah, how do you make, like...
Especially and make an experience individual between them. Like...
Right. Yeah, like, how do you make a new expansion for World of Warcraft? Like, how do you say, we're going to add a new landmass? Like, how do you even start from there? Like, where do you start building on with story? Let's start a new podcast and we just talk to, like, regular video game industry people.
Yeah.
Like, I want to talk to a character modeler. What do you do? Like, when somebody gets shot in the game, what happens?
Well, how do you come up with the faces?
Right.
Are those people you know?
Do you know, like, Grunt number 3 in Halo?
Like, yeah, what is his name? Is it Alan? Because I think that looks like an Alan.
Yeah, he looks like an Al. Anybody on your list that you'd like to sit down and pick their brain?
I think it would be fun to sit down with people that are more like us. Like, I think like the guys at Giant Bomb. I think it'd be fun to sit around and bullshit with them. Damn it.
That's all right.
It's been a while.
We're just sitting here chatting. Well, and what's so interesting about the guys at Giant Bomb is, like, if you've ever, there's a couple of talks that Jeff Gerstmann has given at schools and stuff, and when you remove him from being an on-air personality, his business acumen is so strong that it's just interesting to hear him talk about the business of video games and running Giant Bomb as a business. Like, he's a manager, he's a business owner, like, there's all this stuff. Yeah. And to hear him be so sharp about how to run a business is like, that's great. Like, you're a guy that flushed a pie down a toilet. And then he's talking about, like, being a manager and, like, growing a site and growing monetization on his own site. And it's just like, oh, right.
Like, I think that would be fascinating. Like, I would imagine, like, most people, once you remove them from their own personas, that they're just like everyone else and just have the same things. Like I would really love to know, like, what some of these people, what they really like to play, like, in
right,
because I don't almost guarantee it's not the game they're making.
Right. Like, when you go home at the end of a really stressful day and you want to play something, what do you pop in?
Yeah. That and whatchamacallit, our lovely company that always release broken games, like Alpha Protocol.
Oh, Obsidian.
I'd love to sit in with Obsidian.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, you're so good at this. What happened?
Yeah. What's the last mile hurdle that always seems to bite you?
Like, I love that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just to sit around and just, shoot the crap with these guys.
Yeah. All right, we have one more email here from David C. titled Doom Question. He says, hi, in the last episode, Knobs mentioned he still hasn't finished Doom. Parenthetically, what's wrong with you, winky face? Go finish it, Knobs. It's definitely Game of the Year material. I dove deep into... Hey, come here. Go lay down. Go lay down.
I'm here.
Hey,
Oh,
come here.
okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
I got my dog's
I'll curl
misbehaving.
up.
Go lay down. I dove deep into Snap Map and figure I've spent more time there than playing the campaign. So my question is, has there ever been a game where you've spent more time creating levels than playing the game, or spent any significant time in a level creator? He says, shameless plug, could you please ask the fans if they would like to play my Snap Map level? It's gotten lost. The level ID is, prepare to write this down, Y99VDWQ2, or you can find it by searching Power Overload. Thanks. So go check out his level. Level creators. I spent a lot of time in the Doom one, the original Doom, and then realized I don't know how to make a good map. This is hard.
I have tried that in Unreal 99 when that level editor first came out, and I was like, this is too much.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Like, technically, that's the original Minecraft.
Yeah.
Are those old level editors?
The thing that I can't believe we forgot was Amplitude.
Yes.
Making
oh
songs
my God.
in there.
I will break your fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, mine are good. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And they sound right.
Yeah, they sound right, and they are a challenge.
Man, I had a lot of fun with those. Man, I literally lost 2 summers to that game.
Yep.
That's all I did was remixing songs.
Other than those, like, for me, I've never really found much enjoyment in creating in games. Like, that's why I keep bouncing off of Minecraft. I don't like Starbound or Terraria or that's why I had problems with, like, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Like, I don't find any fun in crafting stuff in a game. I like a curated experience.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that was the one thing that was so good about that, the remixer, and that was you had certain amount of tools to work with. It was really limited, but it was only limited by the skill and what you wanted that song to sound like. Which you can make some of that stuff sound pretty crazy.
And you were starting with the framework, with like the foundation
Yes.
of the original song, and then really literally remixing it on top of it.
Yeah, it was a very focused experience, that's the kind of creation that I would like.
Yeah.
Like almost like I enjoy playing more with the mutators than actually trying to toy with the level.
Right.
I think it takes a certain kind of mind to be able to craft a world, and
yeah, because
I'm not patient enough to do it.
Well, and to me, like
I forgot that wall. Don't judge me.
I get this like paralysis, like when you get dumped into a world in Minecraft, and it's like, okay, go, and it's like, where? What do I do? What do you want me to do? And it's just like, just build, and it's like, I can't. Why?
It's almost like you have to go into it with a plan.
Right, and I never have a plan. I've never God, if I only could build this cathedral I've had in my mind. I don't have one. I don't have a song I've always wanted to write. None of that is up there. I've got a commercial jingle sitting in my brain. Like, that's what I have.
Do you?
Yeah, it's that. You ever seen that that commercial for? I watch a lot of TV in the background while I'm here during the day, so it's a lot of commercials that are geared maybe at older people. So there's like that Alive commercial with all those people singing, "Alive, alive, alive." Yeah, you probably haven't seen it. That
no.
Like hot 9 a.m. to noon time frame. A lot of like.
You catch that one before you catch Wheel of Fortune? Not Wheel of Fortune. Price is Right.
I don't watch Price is Right. I don't really like the new Price is Right. There's something about it. I do watch Let's Make a Deal. I like Let's Make a Deal a lot because it's all the way off the rails.
With Wayne Brady.
Yeah, that show is off the rails every single episode. I'm very old.
That show's always off the rails. It was off the rails when it originally aired in like the
70s.
The 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being a house husband is hard. there's a lot of hours in the day when you're not working. Yeah. All right, that's all of our emails and tweets this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for writing in. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us, tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Join the Discord chat, and everything else is on the right-hand side of the page.
And don't forget to join the forums. Please mark yourselves on the map. Join us for our week of game nights. Monday night, 10 p.m. EST on the Xbox One. It's right, buddy. Tuesday is Destiny night. Did you hear him?
No.
Oh, he's so cute. All right, anyway, Tuesday's Destiny night. That's going to be coming up in hot fashion relatively soon.
Not this week, but next week. Private matches.
Next week.
We'll do it.
Okay.
I want everyone to get through the story.
All right. You're going to get inundated with invites regardless.
Probably.
Wednesday is Rocket League on a PlayStation 4, and it's 10 p.m. EST as well. Thursday night, Steam game night, and Friday through the weekend, hey, shoot us invites, shoot us messages. We're always around.
And this month's Game Club game is The Saboteur. I don't know when we're recording that, so you probably still have time. And you can watch this show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. YouTube username is That Video Game Podcast. We live stream there both places, so follow one or the other, and you should get some notice when we go live. And we'll see you all next week.
Laters. All right. I think the show title needs to be That Level.
That level?
The code for his
like
level.
That? Let me open it back up. I closed that window after we were done with emails. All right, let's go through the other titles, and let me write this down. Y99VDWQ2. All right, so I have real nice. Real nice.
I
didn't think that was a movable car. The Poison Raspberry level. Pinky Pink. Trek of Stars. Clank Crazy, and then that code. Bessie, shut up.
I think that dude's gonna get a big kick out of having that code.
Yeah, that's a good title. I like that one.
I mean, not only is that good fan service, but I mean
it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I like it a lot because it's so weird.
Yeah,
like why would it? You're not allowed to name it.
Well, it says like he named it as well, but that's like his level ID.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, someone will figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 465 for September 19th, 2016. Y99VDWQ2.
Snap map!
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'm going to go take a nap. Bye.
See ya.